welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week for Tag Tuesday, I'm going to be doing the first time tag. It's a bit of a quicker, shorter one than my last couple weeks have been, so should be a quick one. Let's get into it. So number one is my first friend. I would have to say my first friend would probably have been Jenna Galloway, who is still my friend to this day. Our moms are friends, which is why I've known her for so long. And why we've been friends for so long. We basically were babysat together, we were raised together, we spent lots of time together, even if we didn't want to. Like, not that we didn't want to, but like, even if we had not wanted to, we probably would have ended up doing it anyways. So yeah, she is probably my first friend ever. Number two is my first pet. So I had fish when I was young. I don't even really remember them that well. I think I was a bit too young. I know that we had a fish tank and rocks for the bottom of it and stuff like that in our basement for like ages, and I'm pretty sure it's from when we had fish. But I don't remember those fish. So we're gonna talk about my first cat, Bo. So when I was a kid, my aunt went and adopted a cat named Bo. Bo is in French for beautiful. I spelled his name B-O-W, like a hair bow, because I was like 7. But anyways, so she went and adopted him, and for some reason couldn't take care of him anymore. I want to say she moved from a townhouse to an apartment building, but I'm not positive that's why. No, she definitely, no, I don't know. I don't remember. I think that might have been why. But anyways, we ended up taking the cat in because I really liked them, and we got along, and I wanted a cat. So yeah, that was my first cat ever. He was a pretty good cat. My mom just remembers him meowing a lot, but I don't remember that at all. I just remember I was like a really mean kid to him. Like, I would like do all the things that you would do to torture a cat. Like, I would like hold on to him like uncomfortably. I would like take him to my room and lock him in my room with me and like all this stuff. So, but he was always nice. He never bit me once. Like, he was a good cat in that sense. So, Bo. Number 3 is my first crush. In kindergarten, there's this guy named Dawson that all the girls liked, and yeah, I had a crush on him. He would tie my shoes for me because I didn't know how to tie my shoes, or at least I told him I didn't know how to tie my shoes. I might have known how to tie my shoes, and so he would tie my shoes for me, and yeah. Oh, number 4 is my first boyfriend. So I'll be honest, in grade like 7 and 8, I had a lot of boyfriends. I say that because I called him my boyfriend, and we would like walk around together at recess, but we weren't really dating. We never went on dates, or like, you know, we were too young for that really. We were just kind of like technically dating. Like, we would talk on MSN every once in a while. I don't know who my first one would have been. Honestly, I don't know. There was a lot. Like, we would be dating for like a couple weeks, not even, and then I would like send one of my friends to go break up with them at recess. My first real boyfriend was in grade 9, and that was Jacob, who I dated for, how long did I date him for? A while, like half a year I think. So that was my first like real, like, we went on dates, we hung out, we changed our styles on Facebook, we were a thing relationship. Number 5 is my first drink. I don't remember my first drink, and I don't think it's because it was too much. I do remember one time when I was little, my dad had a can of beer, and I was like, can I have a drink of your pop? And he was like, this will be funny, sure. And so I took a drink of it and spat it all out because it was disgusting. Does that count? Number 6 is first celebrity crush. I'm not sure who like number one would have been, but for some reason Cole Sprouse comes to mind. He is currently playing Jughead on Riverdale, as most of you may know. But yeah, I was like obsessed with him. I would buy every magazine with his face on it. I loved him so much. So did my friend Sydney, and we would just like talk about him and just love on him all the time. We watched The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody constantly, and it was like, yeah, it was a bear. Number 7 is first job. My first job, like not like just like small jobs or volunteering, was at a coffee shop known as Global Donuts in my hometown. It is a independently run donut shop. They sell donuts, obviously, handmade in the back every single day as opposed to reheated in the back every single day. The whole shebang, like breakfast sandwiches, bagels, coffee, stuff like that. I had to quit that job actually because it was on like the outskirts of town. I had to work midnights during the weekends once a month. And I was the only one there when I worked at midnight, so it was like very scary. It would be just me and like some strangers coming in for some coffee at like 2 a.m, like truckers coming in. So I had to quit that job because I was only in grade like 10, 11, and it was terrifying. So that was my first job. I did love it there. They have really good donuts. Number 9 is first home away from home. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure if you mean like my first place that felt like home that wasn't home, or my first like place I moved after moving out of my childhood home. So for the first one, like my first like feels like home but it's not, would be Algonquin Provincial Park. We went camping there every single year for 2 weeks with my family, basically my whole entire childhood, and I just loved it there so much. I got really familiar with it. I knew all of the pathways and all of the secret places to go on like the island that there was, and I loved canoeing there and stuff like that. So that was my like home away from home, you know, where I'd go if I had to run away from home kind of thing. And then the first place I moved to out of my childhood home was residence at university. So Laurier residence. I was in an apartment style residence with 4 other girls, 2 of which were friends from high school. It was rough. It was rough. Number 10 is my first Instagram photo. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's a picture of Sydney, a really dark, blurry picture of Sydney from the side because she's watching TV and I'm sneaking this picture of her. Because we're in like grade 8 or something. But yeah, let me see. I didn't do any of this ahead of time, even though that would have been smart because I wanted like a genuine reaction. I was right. It's a picture of Sydney clearly on her phone, like halfway under a blanket on a couch I used to have in my basement. The caption is "Hi Squid." So yeah, that's fun. Really important content. The next one is my first tweet. I can't access that right now because I have, let's actually see how many tweets I have because it's like an insane amount of tweets. I have, oh, it doesn't say on here, on that app. Alright, well I'm pretty sure it's like over, it might be 15,000 these days. I know it was over 10,000 for a while, but yeah, I don't remember how many, but there's a lot. And Twitter only leaves like the last like 2,000 or something like that available on the site. Like you can scroll all the way back and it'll just stop at some point, not at the beginning. But I do remember it was, I think it was like going to Bayfest with Chelsea and Josh, smiley face. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Like I'm pretty sure. So again, very important content. And then last one is my first Facebook picture, which I actually have no idea what this would be. It's probably, I'll probably have to find 2 because the first one is probably not going to be me. It's probably going to be some weird picture of like my cat maybe. But let's see what we can find. Oh yeah, these are all out of order. Because I went back and edited them, so they're not in the order that I uploaded them. Oh, I deleted some. Apparently. Because they're not here anymore. Interesting choice. Well, I'm just going to go to photos of you and scroll all the way back and see what we find. Because I think I deleted, I remember my first album I posted was at church camp with Sydney. And it's a bunch of pictures of like the Christian rock band that they had because we thought they were all really cute. We took a bunch of pictures of them. But yeah, apparently I deleted that. I don't remember doing that, so. My first picture on Facebook is posted on November 26, 2007. And it is group photo number 1 with bassist Mark. Like I said, it's a picture of me and a couple of my friends with the bass player from the Christian rock band. I remember we called him the dope bass player because he had like a mohawk and was like kind of cool and like always had like a more like grunge style t-shirt on. So yeah, that should be up on the screen right now if you want to see Nicole in 2007, so like grade 7. Yeah, she's a looker. Not to say that I was supposed to be gorgeous at that point. I mean, I was a kid. I looked like a kid. It makes sense. But I'm so excited to be taking a picture next to that guy. But yeah, there you go. A little foray back into my social media history. I started all my accounts when I was like pretty young, so they're all pretty young things to say and do. If you guys like these kind of videos, please give it a thumbs up and you will see more of them. If you have any tags for me to do in future Tag Tuesdays, please link them in the description, or you can't do that, I do that. You link in the comments and I'll check them out and see what I can do. In the meanwhile, later days.